A brief history. On July 7th, 1947, a mysterious object fell from the sky near Roswell, New Mexico, and was reported the next day in the local newspaper as a flying saucer captured by RAAF, Roswell Army Airfield personnel. One could hardly blame the newspaper because the official Air Force press release said authorities had recovered a flying disc. Digging deeper. Thus the most celebrated UFO incident of them all began, supposedly because of a typical government lie. The Air Force later claimed the object recovered had been a weather balloon, while in reality it was a balloon carrying instruments to monitor nuclear testing. Or at least that is what the government eventually said. By the 1970s, the incident had grown in legend and in conspiracy theory circles to epic proportions, often described as either the recovery of alien corpses or the capture of live aliens as well as their spaceship. Books, movies, television, every media angle imaginable was inundated with stories about the alleged UFO incident, and despite being debunked over and over again, allegedly, the alien stories would not die. Authors and skeptics James McGaugh and Joe Nickell published an analysis of the incident as a myth-making process they called Roswellian Syndrome. Undeterred by skeptics, UFO fans watched the 1995 release of film allegedly showing an autopsy of one of the aliens captured in the incident. An international wave of interest developed, but the owner of the film later admitted it was largely a reconstruction of the real film which had been lost. A comedy film commemorating this event was released in 2006 called Alien Autopsy. This most celebrated alien encounter event continues to evoke tremendous interest, and new documents, witnesses, and other evidence continues to turn up. Meanwhile, the U.S. government continues to maintain secret classification of many, many items long after any reasonable excuse for doing so exists, keeping the public skeptical about anything and everything the government says, whether it is about UFOs, assassinations, war, weapons, or whatever. As a question for my students and subscribers, what do you think? Is there some alien basis for the Roswell incident, or was it a clumsy attempt by the military to hide nuclear monitoring? Let us know in the comments section below this video. Here are a couple of possible answers to this question.
Hey everyone, I don't think that Roswell had anything to do with aliens for this particular case, just because it's been so well debunked. But I definitely think it should be celebrated and used as a gateway to hopefully help us find some more answers to aliens, which definitely exist.
Hello, welcome to the studio of Into the Abyss podcast. My name is Sean Gilmore, and I'm a host of the show. And I'm always happy to answer any questions that may come my way. I'm more into paranormal, supernatural side of things, but I do also have a curiosity about aliens. For the Roswell case, I personally believe that the craft that they found probably did come from outer space. But I don't believe it was one of ours. I'm a believer in aliens, and I believe our government has been hiding the fact that aliens exist for a very long time. I believe that the government came up with the story about the craft being used as a Russian spy craft or a way to monitor nuclear weapons is a load of hogwash, really. I really think that they're trying to come up with more stories that will appease the minds of the people who are really into government conspiracies and things like that. So they kind of made their own conspiracy up, probably, to kind of maybe push back on all the other conspiracies that are surrounded around the story of Roswell. So there you have it. I believe it was aliens. What do you think?
If you like this video and would like to receive notification of new videos, please feel welcome to subscribe to History and Headlines and become one of our patrons. Your viewership is much appreciated. I also encourage you to check out Brian's channel on YouTube called Your Paranormal, as well as Sean's Facebook page for his Into the Abyss podcast.